Yo, yo, yo. What goes on, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, it's your man on this Realer Than Real Deal Holyfield TV. But yo, check it out, man. Uh, I was thinking about the black church, man, because I saw something written where black people spend $14 million a week in church. $14 million a week in church. So think about how much money that is over a year. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no mathematician, but so y'all can do the math. $14 million a week in church. Man, with that type of money being spent in church every week and every year, oh damn, excuse me, I'm honking the horn. I'm like, nigga, who the hell honking at me? About to get mad. But yeah, man, I'm like, black people spending $14 million a week in church. You would think the black church would be doing something better for black people. You would think. I mean, they ain't opened up no grocery stores. They ain't opened up no banks. They ain't opened up no hospitals. Black people having to have GoFundMe's and shit to pay for their loved ones' funerals and shit like that. A lot of black people can't afford health insurance. You know, I mean, at least some of these churches could open up healthcare plans for some of these people, or have access to healthcare plans. Have something through the church to where church members can sign up, almost like a job. I mean, almost like you do at your job, to where people in church who people that are a part of that congregation that can't afford health care, they could sign up through the church. You know, the church has some kind of deal going on with an insurance company, like basically like your job does. $14 million a week. Black people spending out, and you know what's funny is, black people revolve their life around dying, planning for death, you know, planning for the afterlife, and spending all this money in church. This nosy woman trying to look in here and see what the hell I'm talking about. If you don't take your nosy ass on, damn, I can't stand nosy people. I ain't even talking to you, lady. All in the car. But seems like black people, man, you're spending all this money in death preparation. Like, white people revolve their life around the bank, with some church mixed in, but it's not their end all. Black people put money in church before they put it in the bank. So black people are preparing for death, for afterlife, spending all their money on the afterlife, while white people are spending all their money not spending all their money, but they spend more of their money with life preparation, not death preparation, life preparation. And black people spending their money for death preparation, giving these churches all this money. Hold on. Another nosy person. Very nosy. Trying to be nosy again. Yep. Man, all in my car. Dang. stand nosy ass people. All these places she could have parked, she had to park right next to me. Didn't get out of her car, all in my car. But yeah, like I was saying, man, $14 million a week. So do the math over a year at $14 million a week. This is how much money people are putting into the black church. And to me, they aren't doing anything worthy of getting all that money. I don't see it. Maybe somebody can show me something or tell me something that these churches are doing to where they should be getting $14 million a week. Because I ain't seeing a damn thing they doing for the black community with that type of bread. No banks, no grocery stores, no health insurance policies, no life insurance policies, no hospitals, no nothing that's, to me, to substantiate that type of money. What are they doing with it? So somebody need to start asking for an accounting of this type of money, man. That's just my opinion. But I don't get it. And then on top of that, most of these churches are tax exempt. You know what I mean? And the reason why the government allows a church to be tax exempt, you know why? Because that means the church has to stay out the government's business. That means the church can't talk about politics and what's going on in the world for real. All they want to do is have you coming in there singing Jesus all day. Jesus, and I love the Lord, and if loving the Lord is wrong, I don't want to be right, and taking up communion, and doing communion and taking up offerings twice and 3 times a morning and afternoon or whatever. The sermon. It just don't add up to me. But like I said, they're tax exempt because they have to stay out the government's business. So with staying out the government's business, that means, so what do you talk about? Because the government affects everybody's life all day, every day. And if you know anything about Jesus Christ, you know that that's what he did. He fought a government. The biggest government, as a matter of fact, the Roman Empire, that was a government. The United States has been the biggest empire since the Roman Empire, the biggest and the baddest. The Roman Empire lasted over 2,000 years. The United States has only been 400 or 500 years. So this empire hasn't even came anywhere near being as powerful or the length of time that the Roman Empire existed. But the Roman Empire was destroyed because it was evil. So what do you think Jesus Christ would think about the United States? So you got churches that are tax exempt. They can't speak on the government. What would Jesus Christ be doing if he was here? He would be fighting the United States government because they're the biggest, the baddest, and the most evil and corrupt government on this planet right now. So Jesus Christ would be at odds with the United States right now. So you tell me, what good is a church doing today if it's getting all this money, ain't doing nothing with it, as far as I'm concerned, except for the pastors and his family and his wives and their kids getting cars and nice houses. But what would Jesus Christ be doing today? Who would he be fighting? Nosy lady's back trying to be in my business again. But yeah, who would Jesus Christ be fighting today? So the fact that that the so the fact that the church isn't allowed to speak about the government, and in turn, well, you can speak about the government, but you won't be tax exempt. And pretty much all these churches are tax exempt because they keeping all the money. So with that being said, um, um, sounds like some bullshit. I was trying not to cuss because I'm talking about Jesus, but trying to be respectful. But it's hard for me to be respectful about disrespectful shit. You know, I can't speak about the evil going on around me. The biggest, most influential, most influence, most influential. I can't speak about the biggest and the most influential evil around me unless I give up my tax exemption. So anytime you go to one of these churches and all they do is talk about Jesus, Jesus, but they aren't speaking on the evils of the government and what's going on in the world, then you know that church is tax exempt and that church is not doing the work Jesus would be doing. So in my humble opinion, you need to get the hell up out of that church. Because all they doing is taking your money. That's all they're doing. How do you have a church and you claim to be Christians, which means you're supposed to be Christ-like. You're speaking about Jesus, but you're not allowed to speak like Jesus. Sounds like some bullshit to me. Like I said a little while ago, sounds like some bullshit. That's exactly what it is, some bullshit. Quit spending y'all money in these churches, man, if these churches ain't doing nothing for the community. And I ain't talking about giving out some turkey on Thanksgiving, which is another holiday that definitely black people shouldn't be celebrating. Nobody should be celebrating that day as a holiday. So if your church is giving out turkeys on Thanksgiving, then understand that church is celebrating the day. Celebrating that day is in honor of a massacre. What these pilgrims and these colonizers did to the Native Americans. That's what Thanksgiving is really about. So if you go to a church and they giving out turkeys on Thanksgiving and they doing little bullshit, they're doing little bullshit. What do you call it? Charities here and there, and taking up extra money from the church to do charities and to do benefits and stuff like that. They should be taking that out of that $14 million they making every week. You don't need nothing extra. But yeah, man, that's just my little rant today. I was just thinking about, that's a lot of money, man. But holla back, man. Yep.